Juergens, Junkie, Coyotes win it! South Dakota is back-to-back 7-league tournament champions, and the Coyotes are headed back to the NCAA tournament.
The South Dakota volleyball team has now won 11 consecutive matches. Welcome into the Coyote Volleyball Show alongside the head coach, Leanne Williamson. I'm John Thayer. Coach, your team goes to Tampa, Florida. Very effective, efficient trip, I guess, to Tampa. Start with Stetson, 3-1 victory over them. You bounce back in Game 2, Cornell 3-0. A good day one for your group.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you're playing two matches in a day, it's difficult. And to be that consistent, throughout all of those sets, you're at times bound to have a little bit of a slip up, and I think we got a little bit comfortable versus Stetson and had that little mishap, but I liked how our team responded, and I think we actually learned from it after that first match going into the second match versus Cornell, and that's what you want, as our team to just continue to learn from different experiences, both the positives and the negatives, and I felt like they did just that.
How challenging is game number one typically when you're on the road and you're traveling? I suppose the day before you're trying to get this group ready, you're playing a morning match. How tough is it to get focused that early?
Yeah, it's crazy because we are obviously 11-1, but I think our morning matches have been some of those ones that we would say have not been our best. It is a long day of travel, and we had a little bit more downtime this time than what we did in Texas, so that was a positive. But it's still an early morning, and it is difficult to get up and I think be at our best right away. But again, it's something that we have to continue to learn from in future years. But the way our team responded, I think we've talked about this in the past. They just keep finding a way. And, in the end, we're not always going to play our best volleyball in every single game or every single match. And I felt like that morning match was that a little bit, but we got better from it, we learned from it, and we made some adjustments going into that second match, more so on our side of the net than anything, which impacted, obviously, that win in that second one.
Third match of the trip is the host South Florida. That's on Saturday. Another morning match, I suppose. It was morning our time for sure. Maybe not their time, I guess. But a match against South Florida and a 3-0 win for your team, but it wasn't easy. That one was a grind.
Yeah, I was excited about that match, partly because we have to be able to play on the road, and even though Stetson and Cornell were technically on the road, they were neutral site matches, so the fans weren't against us, like they are when you're truly on the road, and I felt like our team handled it well. I think South Florida did some really good things, challenged us in some ways at different parts of the match. I just felt like every time we kind of made a run, they stayed pretty composed and made a run back. So again, I think it was good for our team to have to play a match like that, but to be able to grind it out and walk out of there in 3 sets against the host institution, I think, again, says a lot about what this team can accomplish.
All right, you've wrapped up non-conference play. Now it's time to turn the attention to the Summit League play. As you get ready to turn your attention or have started working that direction, what do you like about this team? Where do you feel like this team is at right now as you prepare for conference play?
The thing I like the most is we just keep getting a little bit better, and we've always talked about trusting the process in the past, and in these past years, that's kind of always been something we've relied on. But this year, I think we've had to maybe rely on that a little bit more and really buy into that a little bit more, just because we do have some new faces that don't have all of the game experience that we have had in some of those past seasons. So going into conference this year, we have learned a lot. We have gotten a lot better, and people just keep getting a little bit more confident and a little bit more aware of what does and doesn't work with every match that they play. And I think this team is close. I think they're doing a good job of supporting each other, and I think they trust each other. And honestly, the 2 words that I used a lot this weekend that I stand by, I think we're patient right now, but we're also determined. And I think you have to be when you have we have some rotations that right now we're a little bit more efficient in than others, and we have to understand that about ourselves and know that there's sometimes that we're going to take a few runs, but we can create our own runs too, and that's where being patient comes into play. But when it comes down to it, they find a way, and they keep doing it.
Yeah, Thursday night on this floor, you get Omaha to start Summit League play. Lately, it's been South Dakota, Omaha, and Denver as the top, the top horses here in the Summit League race. You get those 2 right out of the gates, and on Thursday you get Omaha. The last time they were in this building, they thought they were going to get out of here with a win. Your team stormed back and wins in thrilling fashion. That was really, really exciting. I'm sure they're going to be extra motivated for this matchup on Thursday.
I think these matchups are usually some of our favorites. So, although we definitely start with a bang here, with some of the top teams right now, I think our players are going to be prepared for it. I think their players are going to be prepared for it. I'm just looking forward to a really high-level volleyball match on both Thursday and Saturday. And, I think that's what people have come to expect, and I think that's what we would expect, again, going into those matches. But Omaha's playing some really good volleyball right now, so right out of the gate on Thursday, we're definitely going to be playing. We have to play high level, in order to be in the position that we want to be, and looking forward to see how our team responds to it.
Maybe we could set another attendance record this week. How would that be?
Wouldn't that be great? Let's do it. Thursday and Saturday. Let's just keep breaking it.
That's right, Thursday and Saturday. And obviously two incredible competitors coming in here. It'd be a fun, really good measuring stick right out of the gates to see where your team's at.
Yeah, I absolutely think that playing the best teams is going to, again, show us what we need to be better at, show us what we are good at. It's going to allow us to learn from it as we move forward. Obviously, hope we can continue to learn through some of those wins, but looking forward to being challenged. And again, I think this team has responded to that really well. So we're looking forward to a high-level volleyball match. I think a lot of defense will probably be played, and it's going to be fun to be a part of.
Coach, appreciate your time very much. Enjoy the week. Good luck this week as you start conference play.
Thank you.
All right, well, the Coyotes play on Thursday night against Omaha, and then on Saturday, following the football game against North Dakota State, Coyote Volleyball will take on Denver in the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, so get tickets to both of those at goyotes.com. South Dakota's won 11 in a row. They're now 11-1 on the season. For Leanne Williamson, I'm John Thayer. Have a great rest of your week, and go Yotes.